Generic greetings and welcome back to Banished, a very damp day indeed. Today's beverage is a highly carbonated dandelion and bird dogs. Welcome back to Banished. In the previous episode, we bought some chestnut trees. I mean, technically we bought the seeds and planted them, and that is now producing food, which is good. We also built the boarding house, as well as right at the latter part of the episode, went and did this hospital here, because it's basically something that we don't have. We've had also a big population explosion. We now have 16 children, 9 students, and 42 adults. However, there has been several deaths through just the aging process, so that's why we've also had to obviously get a bigger cemetery. Anyway, we also have a trader here who is selling some cattle. They have 6 units of cattle here and 800 each, and if we were to say, can we have all 6 of them, how much would that cost us? I don't think we'll be able to buy them all, but we're just going to try. I did put it to the viewership, do you want to buy them? And it was an overwhelming yes. You obviously get milk, food, and once it goes over the pasture limit, you get meat and hide off them as well, so it's just a big bonus. So we are going to trade for them, and apparently I need another 150 units in order to trade for that. So what I'm going to do is not trade all of that. I think we'll reduce that down a bit. And overpaying 10 units. Let's trade. What I might do is I'm going to trade for all of... I'm going to get them all. I want to buy all of the cattle, but it's going to take a little while for the trader to transfer the resources from one place to the next. And, oh, there we go. Look, there's the cattle there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we been... Oh, hang on. No, there is a calf back there. So we've bought 5 cows, although I think they've given us 4.5. Okay, fine. Let's go over to here, the pasture, and we're going to select cattle. However, we have no person working there, so we're going to have to maybe reduce a forester and go to a herdsman, and we only need the one. I think that's it. I think that is everything working. So what's going to happen now is we're going to be transferring more stuff over, like the coats and the logs and the firewood, and that'll then allow us to trade for the remaining cow that has been sold. So we'll see if we can do any of that. There is also the hospital, and I am going to reduce a forester by 1. I don't really want to reduce foresters, but I can't in all good conscience reduce the quarry again, because we were constantly doing that. I mean, we could probably reduce food, but again, putting the farmers down, it's probably going to stretch it between all these 3. So anyway, we shall see. I think more logs have been delivered and more firewood, and that is fine. We can now trade for... can we trade there? Overpaying by 26 units. Overpaying by 20... It's just 26 units, isn't it? 26. Okay. Well... Trade. And there we go. So we now have, if we click on this... pasture, it says 6 out of 8, and they have actually been escorted to the... Okay. Deciduous trees in motion there. The leaves dropped suddenly, and... Oh, here's the other cow coming along. There you go. Very obedient. Bovine coming into... Are they actually going to use the gate? Is it going to pass through the gate? It really is. Little details like that, really, really nice. So, we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 cows in the pasture. So, we'll be producing... nothing. Yeah, current season, nothing. And obviously, there wasn't a previous season for them. So, we'll see how that is going to work. So yeah, that's all good. So this is harvest time. We are harvesting from the orchard, and from the crop field, and obviously we've also got the farm, the pasture now here as well, which we can get another one. I would very much like to get sheep. Getting sheep will allow us to then make much better clothing. If we go to the tailor here, we can do a warm coat, which is leather and wool. At the moment, are we just maxed out? I think we're just out of resources, aren't we? Yeah, material. Sadly, we can't get. So, we will have a bit of a problem when it comes to the supply of logs, because I've reduced the foresters by 2, and also the supply of textiles, in this case hide, is also a bit of a problem. Our iron is okay, which is why we are maxed out on tools. I could transfer some tools over, but the problem is at the moment, if we go over to the Forester buildings, this Forester's Lodge here, we produced only 2 iron on that Forester. Just that one alone was 2 iron. Over here we've got a hunting cabin. What did we produce last year? Only 30 leather, but lots of food. We've got another Forester's Lodge, which we've produced in the current season. We've produced 2 iron, so that's a net of 4 iron. And over here, Forest Lodge. Oh, 2 iron as well. Right, okay. Let me have a quick check here. Over to the town hall, and we can see that the food production is pretty much where it needs to be. But I'm going to go over to iron, and it is slowly heading down. And it will do that because, well, basically we don't have a ready supply of iron. Although I'm looking at all of that. Is that iron or is that stone? There's a quick way to find out, isn't there? Over to the resource production tab. And, oh, it's not resource production, is it? It's just gathering. So it is collect stone and collect iron. And all that is actually stone. But if we do go for iron, there's no iron about. Oh, no, there's a little bit of iron. Oh, was that iron? It was iron. Yes. So all of this is iron. Right, actually, that should be that should be fine. So the builders are going to crack on and grab all of that. So, that is fine. We've got a hospital now. We also have our pasture, which I'm guessing it's going to start producing at some point. We also have the boarding house, just in case we get some nomads and visitors and such. So, yes, clothing is also fine at 94. We have medicine stored. We have alcohol stored, of all things. I would have thought that I've emptied by now. You can make it out of apples, berries, cherries, peaches, pear, plums, and wheat. And yes, there's the market there as well. Look at that, that's a very well stocked market. We have berries, fish, iron, mushrooms, peppers, roots, iron tools, herbs, chestnuts, firewood, not much of it, high coats, mushrooms, and venison. So that's okay. Excellent. Right, so what's the main focus? Oh, sadly, the tailor has perished. I'm going to have to reduce the gatherers down by 1, just so we always have a labourer. It seems that Drakeem has become a student. That's 11 students now. I'm hoping that some of these are going to, I can say evolve. It's not Pokemon. That they will grow to adulthood. And yeah. Oh, also, Dormander has become a student. So if we check the schoolhouse, we've got 12 students, maximum 20, which is fine. And looks like the pasture is in play. Yeah, at the moment it's not really doing anything. It's not producing anything, but I don't know when it actually starts producing. We'll just keep an eye on that. But let's just go through and see what we can build and see what we are sort of lacking. So, wooden houses, we're not building anymore. We have lots of stone houses. Boarding house, we've just recently got one. We could upgrade the roads, to be fair. That would be probably a decent one. Provides much faster travel for citizens. We've got stockpiles, storage barns, and a market. Yes, that's fine. We do have a well. We do have schoolhouse, hospital. We have one grayed out building there, which I believe is the town hall, which is why we can't build it. We have a chapel, and we have a cemetery. In food, we've got crop fields, which we don't have. Oh, it's actually, this is a crop field, and we're producing peppers. We can also produce pumpkins as well if we were so inclined. And I mean, do we do that? No, I'm not going to change it because the probably have already been sown. We've got the pastures. Yeah, one of fishing dock, one of hunting cabins, several gatherers' huts, also quite a few. Over to this one, and we've got firewood cutter, foresters' lodges, herbalists, blacksmith, tailor, tavern, mine, and a quarry. So the only thing we haven't got is a mine, and I don't think we really need one considering the amount we can get from here. What would be good though is where we've got a wood cutter, so over say like here, we've got a gatherer's hut and a forester's lodge. It would be maybe nice to get a stockpile over there, so the storing stuff. Do I do that? Can you actually set the amount of things? You can not. Okay. Yeah, maybe having it set over here is a good idea. Shall we do that? Let's go ahead, and I'm going to try it out, because someone did suggest it in a previous episode. So we're just going to go with stockpile, and I'm going to put a stockpile in here, and it's just going to be a 4x6 stockpile, and I'm guessing that the trees will be cut down from there. I'll just say harvest trees and do a 4x6. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, we've also got, lots of people that have, they're now labourers. Let's go back to the forester because I think we do need it. And, what's this? Nomads have arrived. So, it says, 12 nomads are requesting citizenship. Allow them to become citizens of Generi Town. If we deny them, we had a thing previously where a lot of the nomads, they were educated. And it sounds horrible, like, that we're going to turn them down. Like, very, very... Yeah, it's very, what would be the term? Very elitist of us, perhaps, to say, oh, no, very judgy. Not educated, no. Off with you, and say no. However, do we have the space? I mean, we do have the space. Allow, come on. Let's not mess around. And that means that we can go ahead and increase the farmers. We can increase the gatherers. We can increase the fishermen. And that's the end of that. Actually, I'm going to reduce the farmers down, and I'm going to max out the forester. And also maybe put in another stone cutter or 2. There we go. Okay, so is there any homelessness? There is not, but only because of the boarding house. And, people are freezing, apparently. Is that because of the lack of clothes? It might be. So, let's check out the citizens. So, melee, we can see they are clothing fair, tools iron, and they are working as a fisherman. Not educated. Let's just go through. Not educated. Not educated, not educated, not educated, no... one, we've got 1 educated, 2 educated, and I think that was about it. Okay, so that's a thing. I mean, there are still some in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4... There's 4 childrens. They'll actually go to the schoolhouse eventually, so... Yeah, there we go. How is our pasture? The pasture's okay, although we do have 1 curious cow, although I think cows are quite curious nature anyway. And there's the nosy cow who's having a look over the mine, maybe reviewing the health and safety procedures. And yeah, it's not producing anything. I wonder if we have to max out on cows. Do they have a level? Anyway, we'll see how we get on with that one and keep an eye on other things. So I'm guessing we're going to have to build some more homes for people because they're in the boarding house and ideally they want to be in individual places. So what I'll do is I'll start making some more properties, which is maybe closer to where there's working things. So over here, for example, 1 and then 2. And we were going to place some homes around here, weren't we? And 1 would fit in there, which it'll be fine. We'll put it in there like so. And I would like maybe another one around these parts. Oh, there we go. We can see that is now actually filling up with logs, which is exactly what we were sort of aiming for, really. I think maybe some homes up here. I don't know if we can really fit one in there. No, we can't. We were going to put some more around these parts because they'll work in the mine. So 1... So what I'll do is I'll come down to here. Oh, no, maybe not. Or can we? I can put 1 there. 1 there and 1 there. And then build the road like so. Okay, that's enough building for now. I'm going to have to reduce the amount of farmers just because we had someone... Taylord, the gatherer, has died of old age. So, there we go. Oh, we've got another labourer now anyway. And then we don't have another labourer. Good grief. That's Honda, the forester, has died of old age. So, they are getting... They're getting replaced by a lot of people. We have 51 population, wow. I didn't really have any goal in mind when we started the series other than just enjoy the game naturally and rediscover it. But it would be nice if we can get, say, 100 citizens. That might be a nice thing to aim for. How are we doing for firewood? Firewood we are doing not very well, and I'm guessing that's because most of it is currently being stored in... yes, currently being stored in the trading post. We are storing lots of venison hide coats. We have some herbs, and I only transferred the herbs over there just to have over there. Oh, good grief. Okay, I think it's just best if I always have at least 2 labourers. Yeah. I think so. I think so. How are we doing for the... Oh, hang on. Have we got... Yes. Oh, we've got some wee cows. There we go. 1, 2 cows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cows. We'll say adult cows, and then we got some calves there. Lovely. So I'm guessing it does have to max out, as the pasture has to max out, and then it starts producing. We'll see if any of that is actually correct. So, oh, good grief. Apparently, loads of children have been born. We might have to get another school, you know. My main worry is food, and the lack of it, actually. Graphs. Iron. Don't care about iron yet. Food. Yep, that's heading south quicker than I expected. So, stonecutters, reduce. Fishermen maxed out. And hunters, will max those out. Farmers, we'll need more farmers. I know I said I was going to keep 2 labourers, and I'm going to stick to that. Forester. I think we need more food. But it's mid-season, so it'll harvest towards the end. I do think another fisherman. Another fishing dock on the opposite side, perhaps, is maybe the best place for it. Although, does this circle indicate where you don't want to overlap the circles? Shall we check? Shall we check? Food. Placed on a river to define an area for the catching of fish. Ah, so it would be fine, probably. However, it might be of some benefit to put it elsewhere. Like, say, here. Like, it would fit in beautifully there. Wouldn't it? It really would. So, do we do that, though? Is it a bit far away from the town? It is quite away from the town. The only other option is I can place it further down here. This is close. Is this closer to the market? I think that's closer to the market. I think that is closer to the market. It's going to go there. Okay. I do think, though, that I may have... With the 12 nomads, and 4 of them being children, but 12 nomads, followed by 15 students and 21 children. I think I may have... may have messed up the population food production ratio. Reserve of logs is low. Yes, it is. That's because we're trying to not only build more houses, which is going to, again, increase population, but my idea is to get everybody out of the boarding house. We'll see if any of that actually happens. They will almost... Well, hopefully they'll move over to the homes. But I do think we need to keep extending, actually. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 extra homes there. 5 in total. Pastures maxed out now. Game is shouting at us about stone is low and logs is low. Yes, indeed, stone is low. What I'm going to do then is maybe extend the road along here. And we'll say, because obviously we have labourers, cut stone. Get all of that stone, please, and thank you. We do still have our quarry. However, oh, it's actually 75% remaining. Alright, interesting. Oh, here's another trader. Let's see what they have. Please say sheep. Mushrooms, chestnuts, and pecans. Okay. Don't really need any of them. food is all right. There you go. It's hovering where it needs to be. No, we'll be fine. We won't trade for any of those. Actually, will they take herbs? They will take herbs, which are not worth much. We'll get some pecans. Trade. Why not? Why not? Looks like Branda has become an adult and is working as a labourer. Good. Foresters maxed out. Hunters are maxed out. Supply of logs is low. Gatherers, which gather food. Do we need stone cutters or do we need... Yeah, we need stone cutters really, don't we? We'll go for another 2 stone cutters. And obviously keep an eye on the population. Oh! There we go. So I thought the pasture produced milk, but it's providing leather and beef. I don't know if the game calculates calorific values. I'm not sure. We are, yes, seeing that the boarding house is, I can say becoming empty. That's not true. It's emptying. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the boarding house as opposed to the 12. And we've still got 1 house, 2, 3 houses to finish. I think it was just the 3. Still waiting for some of the other stuff. That's all fine. Like I said, the idea was to build more roads in stone, but without the stone we can't do it, and we've still got building to go through. How are we doing for foresters' lodges? We produced 201 logs in the previous season. I think that was about what we saw last time, where it was pretty much the same. About 200. Oh, look at that. People are cold. I'm guessing it's because of firewood. 20 stored firewood. Because we haven't got... It's basically... It's a supply problem. It's a wood supply problem. Ollie has become a student. How many students have we got now? 16 and 18 children. We may genuinely have to build another schoolhouse. Let's have a check of the population. Should we see where the population boom is? There you go. There's the nomad jump, I think. Yeah, that has to be that. Birth rate seems to be children going down. I'm guessing that's because there's no homes. And there we go. So, pasture is currently working. Is that cow having a bit of a drama there? Are you okay? Are they trapped in the fence? It appears not. Like I said, they're just keeping an eye over the quarry, which is getting deeper as we progress through the game. And yes, we did place it right near the river, and yet probably this bank would have collapsed by now and totally flooded the quarry. Because of course it would. Okay, well, looks like those houses are built. We've got that house there. These are still to be constructed. 17 students now. The clothing is fine. Tools are fine. Medicine is not terrible. Alcohol, is there a limit on that? 500 is the limit. I think all of our cherries are just being used by that. And, oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it is 8. Yes, that's fine. So I guess you just get extra population in the herd, and then that's when it starts producing. The reserve of firewood is low, yes, because almost certainly, yep, we are moving all of the firewood from where it gets chopped over to here. Alright. But definitely having the stockpile there, that seems to work. So what I'm going to do is go over to this side and do a similar thing. And we'll have a stockpile. This one. Stockpile. And have it as a... 6b4. 6b4 chopped wood. I think the wood is automatically chopped anyway, but I just set it. In fact, I'm very confident that it is automatically chopped. Okay. Well, it's late spring. It says the firewood is low. We do have logs in the market. We have lots of venison and lots of hide coats and some firewood. How is the firewood in the trading post? We've only got one person working in the trading post, by the way. That person is, yeah, having to run back and forward all the time. I think we're going to go with another stone cutter. I really want to try and get as much stone as we possibly can. Yeah, let's just check our pasture. 6 leather and 200 beef. There's another person working. Let's again increase that. Reduce the labourers down and increase the stone cutters, which will probably be working, living in this house. That's a populated house, isn't it? As is that one. How is our boarding house? The boarding house is empty. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'd rather them all be in actual houses. And we've still got these two to expand to. Okay, we're going to leave there for now. That's been a bit of Banished. We have got some cows. The pasture is working very nicely. We, I think, would probably benefit from more wood. It always seems to be wood. And we were going to do a bit of a test around this part here to see if chopping wood, does it, how does the hunting cabin produce logs? How curious. Did the arrow miss and stick in a tree? Yeah, I think it would be maybe of some benefit to put some more foresters around these parts. Clearing as well all of this for the iron. I'm going to guess that then the trees can actually go around there, so you'll be able to get more wood. We shall see. As always, hope you have enjoyed. Oh, there's a stake in the middle of the field there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a calf. Yeah. So it seems that essentially what happens is that the cow is slaughtered and it produces 6 leather and 200 beef. I think that's how it works. I would have thought, like you said, milk, but hey, it's been fun in finding out. Okay, we're leaving it there for now. That's been a bit of Banished. Next episode we shall continue on. I want to get some more stone. These are almost completed, these stone houses. A lot of the resources are there. Actually, this one's nowhere near there, I'm lying. But once these are done, I do think we make a noted effort to have at least the periphery regions, have those connected with a stone road. I think actually the bridge, there's not a stone bridge. I know there's a mod for a stone bridge, but I know there's no stone bridge in game standard. Wooden bridge and tunnel. So there might be a slow walk over there. But yes, maybe put all of the roads in, improve the infrastructure. Sure, we can't just make an iron road. That's going to be a bit of an effort. Anyway, we're going to leave there for now. That's been a bit of Banished. Next episode, we'll do roads. We'll look at maybe generating some more firewood. It's only really a problem, though, when we do some massive trading. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. Hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series thus far. Comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.